Hello, my name's Charlotte and today I'm going to do another episode of What Have I Been Up To This Week. I'm going to start with a rather surprising one because a couple of weeks ago I did a video on my first needle felting project, which was a fail. I don't think I even have any more. I'll link the video up here, but it was basically me trying to make a felted bunny. And I just really did not like the outcome, and I didn't like the process. I decided after that I did not like needle felting and I wasn't going to try it again. But when I bought that rabbit needle felting kit, I actually bought two kits at the same time because I don't know, I thought I was going to love it. I don't know why. I bought another elephant making kit as well, and I thought after I did the bunny I thought I'm not going to do the elephant because that was just not enjoyable and it was really hard and didn't want to do it. A couple weeks later, I've had some time to process that experience. I still had the kit and I thought, fine, I've got this kit, I might as well try it. You know, the elephant looks kind of cute. This time round, it went much better. I don't know if it was the difference in the wool. The elephant was I think the wool was maybe a bit more rough, not as fine wool, which allows it to felt together more quickly. It really went a lot more quickly. I did it actually in 2 or 3 hours. And I wasn't rushing or anything, and this was actually enjoyable, and it seemed to felt well, and I actually could form the elephant that I wanted. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I think it's come out really well. I even got little toes for it and a tail. And yeah, he's come out super well. He's got these big ears, his tusks and little eyes. And I tried to trim him down so he's not too fluffy, and he stands up pretty well. So I did make sure that he was evenly stood, so he didn't rock a bit, but I think he turned out really well, and it was actually really fun to make, and he's now quite sturdy. I'm really happy with it, and I actually enjoyed the needle felting. So maybe it was just a first time bad experience. So I'm going to, I mean, not immediately, but now I know that, you know, needle felting might be a casual hobby of mine. Next month I'm getting a couple of sheep fleeces that I've asked to be set aside for me. So I'm going to be going to Belgium, and I have a bunch of sheep fleeces that I'm going to clean, wash, potentially dye, and then I'll have some raw wool, and I was going to I'll probably do a mix of saving some for felting. I obviously don't need much though, like this doesn't require much wool. Maybe trying some wet felting, and then spinning the rest. So that's going to be a whole big project, a wool adventure next month, and I'm really excited about that. And I might save some for some needle felting. And I'll try dyeing different colours. I'm not sure what colours the sheep fleeces are, to be honest. No, I can't remember. But there's 4 fleeces. I might have invested myself into it. 4 complete sheep fleeces might be crazy, and I've never done it before. I've never really handled a sheep fleece. But anyway, I really like this elephant, and I might try to make more animals in the future. So yeah, happy with that. The second thing that I've been doing, let me just get it. So the second thing I've been doing is I have been collecting old t-shirts from family members. T-shirts that are worn out, they've got some holes in it, and I've been cutting them up and making t-shirt yarn. I'll just show a little bit of the leftover yarn. So this was a green t-shirt, and this is basically all that's left. I had about 4 t-shirts, and I think I've mentioned in a previous video that I was making a sock yarn basket, which I had started. So yeah, I started with socks, like old holey socks, and cutting them up. And then I switched over to t-shirts because I got given a bunch of t-shirts. So I just cut them all up. The cutting process, I mean, it's laborious, cut up a t-shirt like this. It's more the fact that it really hurts your hand after a while, because you layer up, you fold up the t-shirt to kind of cut through the different layers to make a really long thing, and it really hurts your hands after a while, just the pressure you need to apply to cut the fabric. I might want to try a better technique in the future. I've got a rotary cutter, but I don't have a mat for it, so I haven't been able to use it. I don't know if it would work as well, but I feel like that would be less painful in the long term on the hands, because cutting any fabric, it always seems to hurt. But anyway, I made this t-shirt yarn. This was a green one. I had 2 grey t-shirts, a white one, and this is what I made out of it. A basket. So I've filled the basket up with some other project things, and I've made a t-shirt basket like this in the past. I've made 2 of these, and they are all in grey, and that's t-shirt yarn I actually bought, which potentially is better quality or better consistency, because I did notice that this t-shirt was a newer t-shirt, so it was maybe better quality. It was a bit thicker, but for whatever reason, someone didn't want any more. I think it was a company branded t-shirt, and you never wear them, and you can't really donate it because it's just got a random company on it. These t-shirts, I think there's 3 here, they were pretty worn out. So like thin t-shirt. And if it is thinner, I mean, you can cut the width of the yarn. You can make it a thicker width, so that when it does like kind of roll up, it's thicker, and it should all be an even thickness. And then the socks, actually, the bottom is all socks. These are all the socks, and then here's where I started on the t-shirts. And the socks are also thicker. So it's a thicker bottom. This bit is slightly thinner, and then you've got a bit more sturdy trim here. And because I cut it myself, I didn't always do it in the most efficient way, so there were more ends I had to tie. I don't know. I think it still looks good, but it's a bit more scruffy, and because of the colours, I don't necessarily think it's the prettiest basket. But this is meant to be kind of an in basket or an in closet basket, and I'll just put, at the moment this is my plastic poof that I'm in the process of making, which is it's a velvet lining. It's hard to see because it doesn't have a bit shape right now, but imagine this is filled with stuffing, and it's plastic stuffing. You can hear it's somewhat filled. And this will be like a cylinder footstool poof thing that I'm making, and there's the hole to put in the plastic. So that's in process. I'm just storing it in here. And also, I think I showed this before, I made this heart at some point, a heart pillow, and I'm also waiting to stuff that, but this one I would stuff with fabric. So yeah, I'm just kind of keeping that in here for now. But I'm really happy about the t-shirt basket, and it's got these little handles. I love making the handles with it. I like making the square shape, but you have to kind of, make sure it keeps its shape by helping it a bit. If it's more sturdy, I do think that these t-shirts were a bit thin because you want it to be a sturdy shape. And then maybe this one is a bit too thick and bulky. But anyway, it's not meant to be perfect. It's a zero waste project, and it does its job. And this can now sit inside a cupboard. It's actually sitting inside like a wicker basket, just to contain things. And I'm really happy about it. So yeah, I'm going to continue making these as I collect more t-shirts. I might kind of collect a lot of t-shirts before I make the next one, just so then I can maybe mix and match with the colours. Here I just went with all the things that I had available, and I used up all the t-shirts, and I think there were about 4 t-shirts and like 6 pairs of socks. But maybe I'll, start collecting more, and then I like it if it's all in grey, a grey t-shirt, or maybe all in white would be nice, or a little bit more colour coordinating, because here I just kind of went with what I had, but it didn't turn out too bad anyways. Then the next thing, oh, so that was all the completed things. I have a couple of work in progress, which I will show you. I think I've shown this one before actually, but I do plan on finishing this off in the next couple days because I have the scrap fabric. But this is a pillow case that I've made, and I've been slowly filling it with fabric stuffing. And it's almost filled, and I've got this bag's worth of stuffing left. So I'm going to fill it up, and again, similar to the pain of cutting up t-shirt yarn, I don't necessarily look forward to this that much because it's painful cutting with fabric and my hand really hurts, so I can only do a little bit at a time before I get tired of it. But hopefully I can cut this up and then stuff this, and then I'll hand sew the opening closed, and then I can kind of jiggle it about so that it's nice and even. If you do stuff it with fabric and it's only fabric, it is going to be a heavier pillow. It's not like it's normal stuffing that's light and airy. You can shake it to air out, but it is definitely got a lot of weight on it. So it's a heavy type of pillow. Mexican themed. Then the other project that I'm also working on, and this will take a while, and I've kind of stalled on it now because I'm at a section in the pattern where I need to concentrate again because it's changing, and I haven't done much really. But this is a jumper, will be a jumper. This is the top, the collar, what do you call it? The neck piece, which will fold over in two. And then here I'm basically doing the shoulder part. I've basically done the neck up until the shoulders, and I think at this point I'm now gonna split into maybe front back pieces. So one potential, I think it's already looking too big, issue is I'm really bad with sizing. So I'll show you the pattern I'm taking for this. And for some reason, even if I try to, I think the yarn is the right type of yarn for it, and I'm doing the right number of stitches, I never get it right, and I always make it way too big. So that is a risk. This already looks like a massive neck. I don't need it to be a tight neck. I don't know, I just find it really hard to size things when I'm knitting, and I often make it way too big. And then it's really hard to undo, or I just don't, you can't retrospectively make it smaller like you can with sewing because it's all in one piece. And it's quite thick already, so you can't really like fold it over. But anyway, we'll see what size it turns out to be. We'll see. I like the colour, it's supposed to be for me. I think it'll be a really nice jumper. Hopefully it'll be in time for after the summer. But that's my knitting project. And my final project, which I haven't even started yet, but I got this shirt from a family member again. It's just a men's button-up shirt. And I would like to turn this into a baby dress or a baby romper. So I've seen many videos or Pinterests that you can just cut out the baby pattern out of it. So I'm going to try and do that, convert this into a baby thing. I am waiting to get the right pattern, or my sister wanted me to copy an existing romper thing that she has. So I need to get that and then just try and reverse engineer it. So that will be from this shirt, which will be really fun. So that's in the works. And I think that was it. That was all that I have been up to this week. Next week, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but in August, that's when I'm going to do my big sheep project. And I'll be basically, I think it will take me a whole month to handle these 4 sheep fleeces. Four might be too much. I have no idea. I feel like one's already a lot because there's a lot of wool on it. but that's going to be a massive project. I need to learn how to spin wool, never done that. I'm planning to make a drop spindle, so I've been looking at a lot of videos. You can make these drop spindles, which is basically like a stick with a hook on it, and then like a weight on the end, maybe a circle. You can have the weight at the top or the bottom. I think I'll have mine at the top, I can't remember now. And then you just spin it, and then you just spin your wool. And it's very manual and slow, I guess, but that's kind of the point. And then I'll have my own wool to start knitting or making something out of, and that's going to be exciting. So there's going to be a whole project for August, and I'm very excited about that. And maybe I'll do some more needle felting. I'm going to dye all the wool as well, as I've said, and I've been slowly collecting. I want to dye with natural materials, so I've been collecting onion peel because they say that's a really good dye. You can dye with avocado skin as well. I want to go for like a tan, I don't know what colours, to be honest. I'm going to experiment. But yeah, it's gonna be great. Anyway, I'll keep it at that. That's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope everyone has a good day, and see you next time.